joined today by Will Robinson, Managing Director at Encounter Resources. Will, thanks for your time.
David, good to be here.
Firstly, I want to touch on partners. You seem to have attracted some of the best partners in the resources industry to your projects. How have you done it and what do they offer?
Yeah, I mean, we've targeted Central Australia for copper and critical minerals. Over the last sort of 5 to 10 years, we've been quite a deliberate strategy to be aggressive on new government data sets. We've then been able to introduce partners onto those projects. BHP up at our Elliott project. South 32's got 2 separate deals, one at Jessica, one at Carrara, also in the Northern Territory. And then IGO's been a long-term partner of ours in the Paterson province. So look, it's great to work with their teams. They're doing some really cutting-edge science. And last year they spent $7 million between the 3 of them on our projects, and we're expecting a similar investment this year. So it's really gets good bang for our buck for our shareholders, and enables us to do some pretty interesting exploration.
So just keeping on those for the moment, what results were achieved through those partnerships?
Yeah, last year BHP drilled 2 diamond drill holes on their project in the Northern Territory. We did the deal with South 32 in June last year, and they're kicking off drilling in May this year. They've just committed to a 6,500 metre diamond drill program in 2023, and IGO's been pulling apart the Paterson province with magnetotellurics, seismic and deep diamond drilling. This upcoming year is really about delivering some results from those joint ventures.
So stepping away from the joint ventures, you do have a number of projects in your own right, which clearly are exciting for a range of reasons. Where are they and what excites you about them?
Yeah, I think probably the one that's most exciting at the moment for us is the West Arunta region. We're our Aileron project. We're a very large landholder in this part of the world. We drilled 1 hole into this new belt. It's completely unexplored, and we drilled an IOCG signature that was very high in rare earths, copper, gold, and all the things you'd want to see around an IOCG deposit, but not under 300-500 metres of cover like South Australia, under 6 metres of cover in Western Australia. So we were very excited about that. And then late last year, our neighbour, WA1, did some drilling and uncovered some mineralised carbonatites with rare earths and niobium in that same belt. Now, there's only been 3 areas that have been drilled in this 100-kilometre long belt, and they've all been mineralised. Now, either both companies have been extraordinarily lucky, or this is a very well mineralised belt.
So how do you hit the belt? What's the work you do? Do you go hard and big? What's the opportunity and what's the program?
Yeah, well, we've been doing getting a lot of the baseline data sets over the last couple of years in a belt where there wasn't a lot of information. We've got our first drill hole in there. We've done a detailed magnetic radiometric survey late last year, and we also did a ground gravity survey on part of the project. That's generated some really interesting geophysical anomalies in really key structural locations that we're going to be drilling starting sometime between April and June this year. At the same time, we've committed to a large Falcon gravity survey. Now, this is the technology developed by BHP to look for these IOCG deposits in South Australia. We think it'll work really well under 5 to 10 metres of cover in Western Australia, and we'll be kicking that off in May. So we're going on the basis that this is a new critical metals copper province for Australia, and we need to be going as fast as we can.
And your lithium project in the Northern Territory?
Yeah, well, that was just before Christmas. The team went out into the Northern Territory. This is just north of Alice Springs, the North Arunta pegmatite province. We had an interesting structural target that we'd identified. They sampled some rocks at surface and have confirmed that we've got LCT pegmatites subcropping on that project. We're going to complete a soil program, and then we're going to kick off drilling.
Big partners working hard for you across a suite of projects, a number of projects in your own right that are clearly gathering attention. Exciting times ahead for Encounter and its shareholders. Will, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David.